Welcome to CAS 133, Columbia Gorge Community College, the Dalles, Oregon, Mrs. Hughitt instructor. So we're heading into week 6, which basically puts us at or slightly past midterm. So by this point you should be getting a pretty good feel of what we're doing in class and kind of the rhythm of what needs to be done each week. So these videos, of course, gradually get shorter as we go. But we are moving into PowerPoint for the first time, so we're going to take a couple extra minutes here. And you have the PowerPoint from the textbook. You have a couple of videos, so if you're really brand new at PowerPoint, that's probably going to be helpful. You move down to your unit goals in this video. There's some update information here, and this will continue to change as Microsoft continues to help us some. But basically they moved or removed the Office clip art, the office.com. They take you out to Bing, and you can find some of the same things there, but not necessarily all of them. So I kind of went through some back doors, and I was able to find some of them, and I think I've got everything that you're going to need during this project. And so given that, you are to use the pictures that I have provided. Some of them are not the best resolution, but they are what they are, and that's what we'll use. You've got your direction overview summary. You've got a YouTube that I'm asking you to watch on the basics of PowerPoint. The instructional materials, you need to actually open this up. Helps if I get a good click on it. These are some different types of PowerPoints, and the PowerPoint PPXT is the main one. These others are linked off of it, but unless you've downloaded the whole folder, you're probably not going to get the links to work, so you may have to download all the pieces one at a time and kind of hunt down the pieces and the parts. You've got your checklist, and then down here you're going to find your student data files for PowerPoint 1. Some pictures. These are the pictures you're going to need for using for the project. You're going to need to take this zipped folder. You're going to need to download the whole folder to your computer, to your desktop, to your flash drive, whatever you're using. And then you cannot insert from a zipped folder, so I suggest you make another folder. You can call it pictures or whatever you want to call it. Heck, you can leave it new folder for all that matters, really. And you're going to go in here and you're going to copy these pictures. Now, you don't care about thumbs. That's just a little Microsoft program that it puts in. And now you'll see you have pictures that are available for you to use. Now, these pictures can be inserted into a PowerPoint. Unfortunately, the zipped ones cannot, so you'll have to go through that little extra step. If you're using a flash drive, you can do the same thing exactly like that on the flash drive. It doesn't make any difference. It's just that process has to happen. Also, if there are any tips or tricks, they get added there. So if you have a suggestion you think would be helpful for future students, let me know and I'll get it added to that. Right now it's kind of blank and lonely. You have your upload for your PowerPoint project, so let's look at that PowerPoint project for a second and see what it looks like that you have to do. So it's this PowerPoint. Whoops, I've got to switch the screens here. Hang on. It's this PowerPoint, and for example on this one, you'll notice that there's this picture, and some of mine are not the greatest resolution, but they'll work. So you need to get it pictured here. You need to get it that size. Look at how it sets on the page. Look how what compares with where the lettering is. Look at the lettering. Make your lettering the same color, the same size, match. Now, obviously, you're following the directions in the book step by step, so you're doing it so it's the same size they're saying it is, not just eyeballing that. If you're using 2010 or 07, you may have to do the color a little bit by kind of looking at the book and sort of matching up if you can't find the exact color. Then you're going to do the next slide, and again follow the exact directions that go with it. And so you're going to have the water bottle over on the side like that, taking up the whole slide. Then you've got a colored title, and you've got the little guy getting his drink. And notice where it has capitals. You need to have capitals in the same place it has capitals. Don't add more or skip more. And that spot is not in the best of spots there. That'll help it a little bit. Okay, moving over here, you'll notice there are actually two pictures. And you'll notice that the wording is above each picture, so you need to get the correct layout for that as well. And then the last slide ends up with that same front picture. So you shouldn't have any major problems doing it, since I basically have supplied it all for you. Now, as you move into doing the application projects, the Consider This Your Turn, you need to go back to the back of those yellow pages, which are basically where you end up when you're doing this anyway. And you have some choices. One is the Mars Exploration, Curiosity Rover, and it has some things that you need to do. It gives you the information you need to include. Use the concepts and techniques you learned in the chapter to create a PowerPoint presentation with a suitable theme. So you're going to pick the theme. A title slide. 3 text slides with bulleted lists. So all 3 slides must have bulleted lists. So if you have 1 title plus 3 text, you're at 4. Add pictures, apply a transition, and I usually suggest that you probably may want to go ahead and add an ending slide, and it's very likely they actually tell you to do that somewhere in there, but if they don't, at least turn it to the black so that when it goes to the end you see it. When it says 3 text slides or 4 text slides or 5 text slides, whatever it tells you, that does not mean the title and the closing. So you have to be really careful that you actually create enough slides. So in this case, you would have to have the 4 slides. On others of them, it may be more. Then you do the question and answers. You put in your question that the book asks you. You put in your answers. You skip a space. You repeat the questions. You repeat putting your answers in. You skip a space. And you need to have at least 200 words. Oops, other way. The other option you have is to create one for a fire department safety presentation. And this one has a slightly different set of requirements, but again, it gives you the information. And again, it tells you use the concepts and techniques. At least 4 slides with bulleted list, add pictures, and apply a transition. The other one said transition as well. Now, I know it says only 4 bulleted lists, but do you really think you're going to make a presentation without an opening slide, a title slide? Does that make any sense at all? No. So put your title slide in, and then you must have 4 bulleted slides. So you're talking at least 5 slides. When it says submit assignment in the format specified by your instructor, remember that means put it in Moodle. Again, you're going to do the question and answer. And there is another one that is the commemorative stamp, postage stamp. It does talk about the fact that you are going to be working as a group to do this research. And no, you don't have a group. You are the group. You are member 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever it was supposed to be. And you have to do all your own research and create all your own presentation. So that one is always a little bit harder. Now, back over here a little bit. I want to make a PowerPoint. So I open this up, and you're going to need this transition. If you look at this transition, you will see the blue. And if you look at this, you will see it's the same blue, except it's green. It's a green blue. So you're going to open that one, and you'll notice right here it gives you the blue option to use. So you're going to pick that blue option and then tell it create. So now you've got the beginning of that same PowerPoint layout as was in the book. Just something you know, as you add slides, it will automatically add certain types of slides, but you can change the type of layout. So if I need to content, for example, when I need to create this slide, I can do that. So the book will walk you through all those steps of what you need to do, but I just showed you how to find that basic theme and template. Sometimes people try looking for it under here. You probably are not necessarily going to find it here. It does show up here, but the other option is off that front page. These get kind of funky and change. Yeah, so does my page. Kind of get funky and change as you go, so you need to just be really aware of that. I need to save this. First thing I need to do is a save as. Put it on my desktop. Whatever I want to call it, I name it. And match it up. Once you've saved it, don't forget to go back here and put your title in. PowerPoint presentation doesn't work. Healthy hydration, put in tags. Put in an author, you. And then don't forget to go back and hit the save again, because if you don't save it, that information you just entered isn't there and I don't get it. Once you've completed that, you've done the question and answer, you're ready for a reflection journal. Remember, it needs to be 150 words or more. You're ready for your forum. Your reply to the forum needs to be 100 words or more, and your reply to another student needs to be 50 words or more. Quick reminder, if you're interested in doing extra credit, they need to be done within the week after that project is due. So you have the week you're working on it plus 1 week to complete it. You can do one from Word, one from PowerPoint, or one from Excel. You get to do 2 of them. So if you do a Word and a PowerPoint, you're done. Or if you do a PowerPoint and an Excel, you're done. You cannot do 2 Words or 2 PowerPoints. That won't work. Also, you need to make sure they are in the lab ones in the book. If you go to any of the others, and the book has all sorts of other different things on those yellow pages, if you don't get in the lab, you don't get credit, so make sure you take care of that as well. And this should take care of you for this week. Again, if you have questions, let me know.